Now that you've finished adding the assessment findings, you can easily switch between the full name or the abbreviation. You can see how easy it is by an easy glance to see which areas are below average, poor, average, and above average, just by an easy glance. I'm now going to set a goal. You can enter specific information about the description. And then that new goal gets added to the patient profile. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start by assigning therapy exercises to the patient profile. I can now see all the different therapy areas that I have selected for my patient, and I need to assign exercises for my patient. So, as you know, SpecialT has created many exercises, and these exercises are all tagged to the different therapy areas. Some of these exercises are then relevant for one patient and not relevant for another. So you need to jump between unassigned exercises and assigned exercises. To assign an exercise to the patient's profile, you are simply going to click on the exercise that is relevant, and you're going to add them to the patient profile by clicking on the exercise. So as I click on writing with chalk on the ground, it then gets added and assigned to handwriting for this specific patient. I can then choose the relevant exercises, and these exercises will be added to the patient profile. If I want to sit and add all of my exercises, this will involve some of your treatment planning, where you are planning what you are going to do with your patient. Okay. Once you've added exercises under handwriting, you can then go to the next therapy area and add additional exercises to those therapy areas. This is a very important process in making sure that you do your treatment planning, and we remember that for you as a therapist. You don't have to remember that. We remember it for you. So you'll go through all the exercises that we have on SpecialT, and you will add them to that specific patient. You will see that we have all the suggested exercises for homework, as well as the in-therapy exercises. SpecialT is passionate about making you save time as a therapist, so we are busy creating many in-therapy exercises. And these are the exercises that you do in therapy as a therapist. So instead of you having to write, I worked on the frog swing and we worked on prone extension and neck extension, all you need to do now is click on the exercise that is on that specific therapy area. If, for example, at the beginning of my child's journey, I know that the child doesn't respond well to the frog swing or to circular input, I then just won't select those in therapy exercises to this patient profile. I'll then avoid things like the 1 point hanging, or I'll really only encourage the activities that I know this child responds well to. So this really is great, because when you go into the session, you'll have that reminder that this child mustn't do the frog swing or mustn't do the 1 point activities. So through all of these areas, and you will assign the specific exercises for this patient. Okay, now you can see that you have assigned the specific therapy areas in your assessment. You have rated them, you've created your goals, you have assigned 39 exercises to the specific therapy areas, and before you start your first session, you have realized that actually you forgot to add another therapy area. So instead of having to go in and create a whole new assessment to add an additional therapy area to this patient profile, you can easily come to therapy areas and you can add an additional therapy area or more to update your assessment findings. And then those therapy areas then get added to this patient's profile, and they can now be seen in your assessment and in your sessions.